Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. About 10 minutes away, Clash with Kenzie. We'll get you on the phones for Lumineers tickets for Soldier Field. So we have a lot of these tickets, and the show's a ways off, but this is the last one of the week for sure. So you have to beat Kenzie in trivia to get the tickets. If you don't, we still give them away to everybody else. The competitor has that one shot, as Eminem would say, that one shot to win the tickets. So that's coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll get you on the phone.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, I don't know if the numbers are in. I haven't checked, but I think last night will be one of the highest-rated hockey games of all time. Even beating some Stanley Cup finals, I would imagine, some of the years, with USA, Canada, the NHL Four Nations finale on ESPN at 7 o'clock, and the build-up lived up to it. You got a game that went overtime, and sadly, we didn't win. And unless anybody wants to represent Canada in the room, I don't know.
Not me.
Well, remember Kenzie yesterday, she didn't really feel...
I literally didn't even get a question wrong. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I did so good.
No, but you remember beforehand, you said, I don't want the responsibility of representing America before.
No,
That's what I'm talking about.
I do not want the responsibility of representing America. That's a lot, because then everyone gets mad at you if you don't do good.
Well,
That's the responsibility. That's what
And
goes
so
with
I don't
it.
want it. You don't see me in the Olympics. It's none of my business.
no, you do not.
So this was, of course, it was an incredible game, and it goes to overtime. And of all things, Connor McDavid, one of the best players in the NHL, gets the goal in overtime for Canada, and it sounded like this.
Centering pass, McDavid scores! Connor McDavid wins it for Canada!
Longhorn.
It's a
Longhorn.
very long horn. I thought somebody was like in the way of somebody parking.
But as much as the game was the story, the anthem was the story last night with the game last Saturday, USA-Canada. When it was in Canada, the Canadians booed the national anthem very loudly. And then it led to fisticuffs on the face-off, which doesn't happen all the time.
A brouhaha, if you will.
A bunch of tomfoolery with the hockey players. 3 fights within 9 seconds of getting the game going.
That's a good way to start a hockey game.
So this game was at TD Garden in Boston, the finals, and certainly highly anticipated of what was going to happen with the anthems. And I'm going to tell you, the USA pulled a fast one over the Canadians, I think, and let me explain. Because I imagine, and even the announcer said this, Kenzie, I'm not sure if you were watching this last night at the beginning. If you
What
did,
happened?
Well, if you did not, also, you have to go back and watch the intro that even Case texted me about. The movie Miracle was mixed in with clips. You haven't seen that movie yet, Case.
No, but I get the genesis of it.
You get the gist of a
Thank you,
pregame
you
speech.
just- yeah, okay. I know the real life story. I see they did a speech. Brian texted me back. He's like, "You gotta watch." I was like, "I feel like I just saw the movie." I'm good.
No, you need to watch the whole movie.
What happens is they're playing hockey, and before this big game, this guy's like, "Oh my God, you guys got this."
That's exactly how the speech went, Kenzie.
There you go.
He said, "Oh my God, you guys got this."
You gotta go do it.
So the anthems last night, and Canada goes first, you see, and this is how I know that the United States snowed Canada. They screwed them over, which I'm an American, so it's fine. I don't know about the Canadians out there who are listening. We had a Canadian compete. So they said, go out there and you have your person come and sing. And she was a great lady, and she got out there, and we're all anticipating, were boos going to happen? Well, here's what it sounded like when Canada's anthems played.
Oh, Canada, terre nostalgique.
Certainly some boos there.
A lot.
Now, there were a lot of Canadians in the crowd, and they showed them singing. It's kind of funny now listening to the audio. It's more boos than I remember than watching it on TV because they were showing Canadians singing it.
A booze. Mean.
You know,
she was like, because that sucks for her. Because she's like, I'm not part of this. I just got hired to sing, and now I'm getting booed for the entire anthem.
She's like, I got a track dropping next week. I'm just trying to promote it a little bit.
Oh, I disagree completely. It would be such an honor to sing the national anthem in another country and get booed for that. To take all that shrapnel for your fellow countrymen. This has got to be the highlight of her life.
And she did it. She did it well. She didn't waver. Although even some Canadians were ripping on the quality of her singing in the anthem. And Canadians are...
See, and then that's even worse. Because, you know what? I sit there and got booed the whole time. And even the Canadians are like, should have sang it better.
This is why Kenzie bailed out on the representing America.
People are trash from everywhere. People from everywhere suck and they're mean. I'm like totally not getting involved in that.
And then here's how it ended, actually.
Canada, we stand on God first.
She extended the Canada part a bit. Kind of like how we do free and brave.
Yeah.
So I think this is what I think happened. United States said, look, we don't want a debacle here. You send your person out. We'll send our person out. It'll be equal. And we sing the anthems. And it'll be great. We'll start the game. It'll be fine. So Canada said, cool, because they're very nice people. And they believed the United States when they said that, whoever's organizing this. So the United States brings out a woman and an orchestra, the Boston Pops, one of the greatest orchestras of all time, and a woman that won 3 Grammys singing opera. That's a hustle. There's no way. They probably had some
Was
other...
it like really good?
Kenzie.
Oh my God.
I texted Case after this came on. I said, you send me to war in any country and give me a gun and I'll kill anybody you want to.
Wow. Okay. Kenzie, even I, who have at times described America as similar to O.J. Simpson, complicated legacy, I'm not always stoked on everything.
Yeah.
I heard this anthem and I put my hand over my heart and I said, I love the red, white, and blue. That's what I'm talking about.
That's how it
And
was.
you stormed Normandy.
Kenzie, I stood up at home and took my shirt off. Wait for it. Let's go kill some terrorists,
Oh my
man.
God.
Gee, that's not good. That's not.
I was-
You should be proud for.
I wish we would have won that game. Oh, God.
I don't know. And
It's kind of embarrassing to lose after that. That
know.
sucks.
they won the anthem war, I'll tell you. And also, Kenzie, in the end of that, it was so cool because she knew she had it. This woman that was tremendous, Isabel Leonard, who's won 3 Grammys and singing opera music. And she kind of paused and smirked at the crowd a little bit. But did you notice that, Case?
Yeah, I did. Oh, it's fantastic.
Before she said brave, like, hey, guys, I'm not done yet.
Let me tell you something. What was crazy is to me, I'm like, this sounds like an old Disney movie singing it. She sounds like Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, and you would have thought by listening to it that I'm not trying to stereotype, but it was an older lady, let's say. This was a young, super attractive woman out there singing opera like that.
Well, here Brian goes. Now he's not going to be allowed to watch the anthem when Megan hears this.
No, I'm just saying that they brought an orchestra out. They totally threw Canada under a bus. It was a hustle.
It was
And
fantastic.
I'm fine with it.
It's got to be on the Mount Rushmore of anthems. I don't remember a better national anthem performance.
Well, I clearly agree with you. It needs to go up there. And, Blackhawks fans, weekly and monthly get Jim Cornelison singing the anthem in that opera style as well. And when he does that thing with the flag. Jim Cornelison points at the flag at the United Center. It's, oh.
On this episode,
Oh, what's that? Something just jumped in the middle of it there.
He jumped in the middle of it. What does
Let
that
me
mean?
find out. I don't know. Damn YouTube. Wow.
I'm always waiting. Every time I hear the national anthem and they go, and the home of, I always think it's going to turn into paid advertising and be like, the Big Mac.
Paid
And everybody's
sponsor.
Like, uh-oh. Like, I always think the ending's going to end up sponsored one time.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Dexter and the Moon Rocks, veteran of Q101, Twisted Christmas. Such a good show back in December. Can't wait to find out the lineup of Twisted this year. I mean, it's a ways off. We should probably slow down.
Slow down. There's like other things first.
How about the Lumineers at Soldier Field? One of 5 days in a row of Soldier Field concerts with Oasis, My Chem, and System of a Down, and the Lumineers, all in a row. So the tickets go on sale today, actually, at 10 a.m. There was a pre-sale started yesterday, so for those tickets. But free ones are better. Furnished from Messina Touring Group, our great friends. 312-591-8300. Call right now to compete against Kenzie in trivia for those tickets. And if Kenzie wins, she don't keep them. People think she keeps them.
Okay.
No, she don't do that. We give them away to everybody listening. But the one person that competes, your destiny is in your own hands. So call now, 312-591-8300 to compete against Kenzie in trivia for these tickets.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
Here we go. Last one of the week for Lumineers Soldier Field tickets. I have a feeling we're going to have some next week in some capacity. Just a little tease there for you. I'm not supposed to probably talk about, but some other.
You can say it.
It's next week's Ticket Blitz Thursday.
It absolutely is. 8 a.m. next Thursday.
All right.
More Lumineers tickets. And by the way, Friday.
All right.
And by the way, Friday, March 14th at Liz McNeil's, Lumineers tickets there as well.
Okay. Also, why am I waiting for Case to give me approval to say all these things?
I have been saying this for. You look at Case like he's your boss. I don't know. I feel like you're a little scared of
by the
him.
way.
I don't know what it is.
Well, here's the thing.
But there's so often you want to do something. You're like, I have to ask Case. I go, you don't in this scenario? I don't know what it is.
Case talks to our boss way more than I do.
It's my job to. I'm not doing anything deceitful. It's my job to talk to him.
So with my
I know of.
with my onset of dementia, sometimes I think that, maybe he said it and I don't know to say it, so I look for reassurance, and I usually know if he says it, it's okay to say it, and if it's not, it's not.
Keep doing you. I'm glad you asked, but it can be known to the public, the greater Chicagoland area, that next Thursday we will have Lumineers tickets and Ticket Blitz Thursday all day long starting at 8 a.m.
Got it. Thank you, President Case.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. Mike from, where's Mike from? Mike is from Plainfield, and he's competing against Kenzie today. Ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Hey, guys. Name's Mike from Plainfield. I'm my kid's unofficial Uber driver, killing time before school starts. So let me give a shout-out for him.
Whoop, whoop. What's their names?
Maddie, Molly, and August.
3. Holy cow.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was that tired, yeah. Yeah. Well, going to Soldier Field to see the Lumineers would be a nice little break for you. And then get a babysitter would be great. So here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Mike.
Tails.
It is tails. The competitor has won every day this week in the coin toss in our new boxed quarter.
In our new box, something's up with that damn quarter.
It's like boxed water.
Yeah. I haven't checked the other side. There's the tails on the other side, too. I haven't checked that. All right, here we go, Mike. Question number 1. A metal container for storing a small amount of liquor, typically to be carried in one's pocket, is known as what?
A flask.
A flask is right.
I don't know what's funny about that question.
It's so worded like a scientific question about carrying alcohol. It's a good look, too, by the way. If you ever see it, it's rare.
That's a good look?
It's a good look when you're out somewhere and then someone pulls a flask out. They're like, this guy's ready with vodka inside his coat? This is amazing.
That's a good look?
It's a good look.
Okay.
It's a good look. Back to Kenzie.
That's right.
The phrase dilly dilly was used in was used. All right, we'll start over. The phrase dilly dilly was used in what company's beer advertisements?
I believe Bud Light.
Bud Light did that.
Okay.
In fact, that was after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. They had a play called Philly Philly, and they did a parody of that, very Renaissance-y like. It was very fun. All right. 1-1.
Yep.
Back to Mike.
That's correct.
In which naval strategy game do you target and launch torpedoes at your rival's fleet of warships?
Battleship.
Battleship. What a very scientifically worded question. Kenzie, last one of the week.
Okay.
Other than New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Louisiana, name a state that borders Texas.
It was the one I couldn't think of yesterday because I went out of order, but I believe it's Arkansas.
Arkansas is right.
Thank you.
So you got all the border states now. That question's gone forever now. 2-2, back to Mike.
Correct.
Mike, what symbol accompanies the go square in Monopoly? There's a symbol that accompanies the go square in Monopoly.
An arrow?
An arrow is right. 3-2. Let's keep going. Kenzie, which restaurant is known for their Blazing Wing Challenge?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, BW3, as I like to call it back in the day. Does Wingstop Case have a challenge at all there?
No, it's not competitive. It's not a competitive environment. You're just there to hang.
Because
I am a Wingstop guy.
I know you
enjoy.
are.
I enjoy what they do.
I used to live at the Buffalo Wild Wings. I used to call it BW3 on Lincoln because it was weird because it was a bar and the place, and it was so good. And I used to get in the competitions back in the day of drinking the sauce after we ate the wings to drink what's left over.
I can't believe you're alive.
I can't even do that anymore, which is very sad. It's one of those things you let go of as you get older. You let go of drinking wing sauce.
I think that was a good one. Out of all the things you let go
I'm going to
of.
side with Kenzie on this one.
Yeah. I'm supportive of that.
It depresses me, but thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Back to Kenzie.
No, it's back to Mike. It's 3-3.
Oh, 3-3. Mike, in video game ratings, what does M stand for?
Mature.
Mature is right. Mike's got 4. Kenzie's got 3. Kenzie can tie it with this one. Ulysses S. Grant was a famous general in which war, Kenzie? I love it. There's not hundreds of wars. You can choose. I guess it's a good what?
He's not part of a world one. So off the map. So he's like, to me, that name is like super American. So I'm gonna go with civil.
Well,
Thank you.
Ulysses S. Grant, very American.
By the way, this is a live look at me taking a test in history class. This is a live deep dive.
It's not one of the world ones.
Sure, no. I knew off the bat.
All right, so next question wins. Is it
That's
back to Mike?
It's back to Mike, 4-4. He has a shot for the win right here.
Oh boy, Mike, here we go. What MTV show followed privileged teenagers celebrating their 16th birthday?
My Super Sweet 16.
My Super Sweet 16 is right. You are getting a break from those 3 kids you're Ubering around. And you're going to be at Soldier Field for the Lumineers on Saturday, August 30th. Congratulations, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Remember, as we pointed out very clearly when I made the decision to announce that we'll have Lumineers tickets for Ticket Blitz Thursday, next Thursday for that same show. And we'll also have them at Lizzie McNeil's for our St. Patty's Day broadcast 3 weeks from today. A lot of chances still to get them. It's Brian and Kenzie.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with a great song about Chicago. And this morning our show is wonderful for all Chicagoans because here's what the next hour brings you. At 8 o'clock, we have coming up Case's movie review of The Terminator, one of the most anticipated ones because it's certainly one of the biggest movies of all time, at least the franchise when you get to T2. But also because Case's fear of AI terrifying him every day.
Justifiably so.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I figured he had to watch the movie to just get the whole picture of where we're at. And why are people making AI don't watch this movie is dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded on that one. We know the end. We know how it's going to play out. So I can't wait to hear your review of The Terminator, whether you liked it or not. He's never seen it at 26 years old. So there you go. Also, in about 50 minutes, 8:20, we'll have David Draymond from Disturbed on the show. And we're going to have tickets for their show, that sold-out show at the United Center. And we're going to play their new song. He's going to give it to us, play the new Disturbed song. All that on the way. Something a little more less ominous than The Terminator is getting married and a wonderful day, the best day of your life. It's very difficult to plan, very expensive, stressful, one of the most stressful things you can do in your life. How about Brian and Kenzie just take care of it for you, make it really easy for free?
Woo!
A free wedding. And here's what we're doing. So it's at the Haight in Elgin, one of the most beautiful places in the Chicagoland area to get married at. And it's their 10th anniversary, so congratulations to them. Q101.com has a way to submit your application. You know, maybe you're already engaged. You're thinking about it in the process. Maybe you've already started to make some inquiries and you're like, I don't know. This is it. Sign up. Maybe you haven't proposed yet. And you know what I mean? You're just thinking about
You
it.
know what I mean?
You know? You're thinking about
Yes.
it. You might as well just push up your timeline, get it done.
I agree.
The person you're with is the one you do want to be with the rest of your life.
Well, I think also some people, they don't get married and don't go down that path. Like I have a friend like that right now because they're saving up because they know once you buy the ring and then you have the engagement parties and then you're paying for the wedding. So even though emotionally they're ready, they're like, let's get our ducks in a row. But this literally gets your ducks in a row for you. I mean, you don't have to pay for the wedding. So if that's been something that's holding you back because you want to make sure that your significant other has the wedding of their dreams, right? Like this is that chance because I like to point out, this is a wedding for 100 people. It is the ceremony, it's the after, like it's the reception. So this isn't like we're letting you walk in a building and it looks pretty and you say your vows and you leave. This isn't like a Vegas quick wedding. It's a reception. It's a wedding and then a reception for 100 people. It's a big deal because I know I had just under 100 people. Not even close to free. I'm going to say that. Not even in that ballpark.
Not there. Yeah,
No.
That's a lot, and we're going to be there with you to party with you during your wedding.
Yes.
I mean, I'm getting seconds to whatever they're serving.
Well, you're going to have a flask on you.
I'm going to have a flask, and I'm going to have an American flag over my shoulder. After seeing the USA-Canada game last night, even though we lost, we won the anthem. I'm feeling very patriotic even when this happens Friday, May 9th at the Haight in Elgin. So go to Q101.com. That's where you got a chance to get it. You have to go there, fill out an application. You can't win if you don't play. Go to Q101.com and go down aisle 101 with us.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.